Hello and welcome to another gear review with me, Anjay. Today we are looking at two pedals, both of which clone the Klon Centaur. Okay, so the Klon Centaur was a pedal designed by Bill Finnegan in the 1990s, early 90s. And it was a response to the fact that he didn't very much like the sound of the Tube Screamer. So he came up with his own circuit. And he sold some, but of course, like all things that are popular, other people started to make their own versions. And it's probably one of the most cloned circuits for guitar pedals out there. And there are clones, you know, pricing from £18 all the way up to hundreds and hundreds of pounds, and the originals go for hundreds of pounds as well. Which brings me to what we're doing here. We are looking at the Mosky Silver Horse, which is an £18 clone, and the EHX Soul Food, which is about £60. And all this just to sort of compare what the differences were, what you got for your money, and kind of maybe leave a suggestion of what might be appropriate for you. Things to keep in mind: the Klon is not a distortion pedal, it is an overdrive pedal, but it does have a lot of gain. I will try and find a balance between the two where they sound identical, and then kind of move from there and just let you hear what they sound like. And as I said, I'll let you make your own decision up. I'll try and inform it based on my personal preferences, but let's see what they sound like. Okay, so here I am scrabbling around on the floor. I've got the Soul Food next to the Silver Horse with a looper going into it, into a Fender style amp. Let's hear without anything happening. Okay, and now we're going to start with the Soul Food. So as you can hear, there's not a great deal of difference between them. There's possibly a bit more sweep on the treble control on the Centaur, on the on the Silver Horse. So let's just. Yeah, so I think the treble part on the Silver Horse is maybe a bit more usable at the lower end. They both got a bit of hum. You can hear the soul food in the background. Silver Horse is actually slightly quieter as it happens. So yeah, the other thing with the Silver Horse has is a voice which lifts out the diode. So if I put it back up to median and then I play with the voice switch, what that does essentially is it just reduces the amount of gain available, making it more of a clean boost than an overdrive pedal. But yeah, so that's what they both sound like together. They both sound great, but it's worth keeping in mind £18, £60. So what do you think? Mosky Silver Horse for £18, the Soul Food at £60. They're both great sounding pedals. They both do that Klon sound perfectly. They both have good treble ranges. They both have good drive ranges. They both have good outputs. Mosky is very slightly quieter and does have the voice switch to allow you to take out some of the gain if you want to as well. Obviously, the Electro-Harmonix Soul Food is made by a company that you probably have more awareness of. And you might feel safer buying something like this. For my money, this is the one that's on my board. Just represents great value for money. And the size, you know, it means I can put two pedals almost, not quite. I mean, the EHX is quite small actually, but it does give me more room on my pedal board. So, what clones have you tried that you think are fantastic? Have you got one of these? Have you got one of these? Have you done side-by-side comparisons? I'd love to hear from you. Details of where to get both are in the links below. Until next time, subscribe, like, comment, say hello, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.